Koe no Katachi, otherwise known as A Silent Voice. I reviewed this series 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Insane how time flies. And now there is a movie adaptation. A movie adaptation that I was able to witness in 1080p. Man, yo, the movie was great. The movie was awesome. I loved the movie. Obviously, in today's video, it is only fitting that if I reviewed the manga to A Silent Voice, I might as well review the movie and basically explain the differences between the two and, you know, if they actually handled, you know, the adaptation right. So, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Oh, man. This might be a long video, so bear with me. The story for A Silent Voice is a redemption story about a boy named Ishida Shoyo who bullied a young girl named Nishimiya Shoko back in elementary school who is deaf. Due to Shoyo's constant bullying, Nishimiya is forced for her own safety to transfer out of the school, and realizing what Shoyo has done, he soon becomes isolated, introverted, regretful, and even begins to hate himself. However, Ishida eventually reunites with Nishimiya in high school and swears upon himself that he will give back Nishimiya the happiness he once took from her, even reuniting her with old classmates along the way. The story revolves around the saying, what goes around comes around, and that is where we wait to see if Shoyo can and will he actually redeem himself. And that is pretty much where the movie takes place. A Silent Voice has a bit of a diverse cast of characters, some of which who are from Nishimiya and Shoyo's past. All the characters you come across within this film, however, all have some sort of problem one way or another. Although the film does not showcase most of the cast's problems. Some characters' backstories are also left out, like Mashiba's, for example, that would have actually given the viewer more introduction to the character as well as their personalities. And what really sucks about this is that they really could have given a little bit more characterization with the characters if they really wanted to. I mean, this movie is technically at least 2 hours long, and if they can at least get that amount of length within the movie, I mean, hey, they could probably have actually added in several other scenes. And while, yes, I can understand that they didn't really have enough time or length of the film to actually incorporate every little detail of the manga, at the same time, it's just something that I really wish they would have done, because the thing about A Silent Voice is that this is a series that technically everyone can relate to. Whether you have been the victim of bullying or whether, you know, you have always wanted to actually try to start your life over again and fix the mistakes that you made previously, the things that you regretted and things that you wish you never did. You know, people have actually had moments like that. Everyone has. Even when it comes to bullying, there is no doubt in my mind that when it comes to bullying, we have all experienced something like that one way or another, and if not being bullied directly, we have all at least been judged, because even if we, you know, do not hear something from another person that is judging us, we at least get judged within the minds of that individual. And there is actually a lot of social norms when it comes to, you know, these characters within the series, how they act and how their personalities are. You know, they're actually realistic, like, characters. You know, they're not two-dimensional. There is actually a problem, you know, when it comes to each and every character. They each have their own fault to them and how they are hurting inside, just like Nishimiya and Shoyo. So really, while nothing too major, it's just something that I really wish that was implemented into the film, because when it comes down to these characters are realistically written. They really are. At least in the manga, they are. They're not two-dimensional characters. They each have their very own sort of faults to them, and this is what makes them unique, and how exactly they are connected. And also, this would show on how they build off of these faults and overcome them to become people who can now change, because that's what the whole series is about. It's all about how people can change if they just take that next step, you know, and that's what I wanted to see from the film. However, we really didn't get to see that with the remaining cast of characters. while it's not really that big of a deal because it doesn't deteriorate from the overall experience of the movie, it's just really something that I really wish was in the film. The most obvious standout feature of this film is that it actually looks downright gorgeous. The animation is smooth and transitions to the next scene at ease. The lighting is great, colors are vibrant, and there are even times in which you will see water in the film, and it looks almost as good as the water in the Garden of Words at times, which is really saying something. The music is done by Kensuke Ushio, hopefully I pronounced that right, the same individual who worked on the music for Ping Pong the Animation. The soundtrack in this film is great as well. It's very calming, emotional, and can be at times upbeat. Soothing would probably be the best description I can give it. So yeah, I think that about does it for my review of A Silent Voice. When it comes down to A Silent Voice is an amazing film. It really is. And I think it does a lot of things right that, you know, most animated films don't usually execute correctly. And, you know, while it's not a perfect film, it's still something that I personally think is going to go down in one of my all-time favorite animated films, because it was just so fun to watch and enjoyable, and just when I was watching this whole you know, film in general, like, I was just having flashbacks of all of the memories I had when I, you know, first read the manga. Everything was coming at me, and I mean everything. That includes the stuff that was left out of the film as well. And so, with that said, I'm going to give this film a 9 out of 10. This film would easily be a 10 out of 10 film for me if I weren't, you know, knowledgeable of the manga. The manga is a very, very good source in and of itself. And what I liked about the manga more so than the film was we get more thorough explanation into the characters' backstories, their personalities, and just, you know, what their faults are, what they're afraid of, what they regret. You know, each and every character has a little problem within this film, and it just wasn't showcased. However, if you do want to know exactly, you know, what those problems are, and also want to see a little bit more of the connections that, you know, what they probably would have liked to put into the film, however they left out, then I would definitely suggest you go ahead and read the manga to A Silent Voice, because trust me, when it comes down to the other characters in the series, like, just, you know, getting to learn a little bit more about them just really, really makes you appreciate the series even more. And it's really something that I really wish was in the film, but then again, this was already a 2-hour film in general, and maybe if they had a little bit more time, this film would have definitely been a 10 out of 10 material for me. But still, a 9 out of 10 isn't bad at all. It's near perfect in my personal opinion. And honestly, yeah, I might be a little bit biased when it comes down to this review, but I mean, seriously, like, I just had a very, very fun and enjoyable time watching this film, especially with a few buddies of mine, and, you know, it's just something that, you know, I was really looking forward to in general, and there really wasn't a whole lot that I could have found wrong about the film, to be honest with you. So, I mean, just take my word for it. Definitely check out this film. It's awesome. It's great. You will feel the feels as well, hopefully, if you have a heart. I really hope you enjoyed my review of A Silent Voice. Seriously, check out this film. You will not be disappointed. It's definitely going to be something that you are definitely going to enjoy. Like, just trust me. Take my word for it. Definitely watch this film, and you will not be disappointed. Thank you all for watching my review of A Silent Voice. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and also let me know your overall thoughts in the comments down below as to what you thought about my review, as well as what did you think about the film if you have seen it as well. And if you want to see more from me, definitely hit that red subscribe button down below. It's free. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one.